Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for the third Marathon studio album review, and this is for Daft Punk's third studio album that I'm reviewing for Human After All. that I just got done listening to. Sorry, my throat got a little scratchy, so please forgive me if my throat got scratchy at the beginning of this video. But I will discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I gotta say, this was probably their weakest record, to be honest. It Human After All was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed that song. But when you get to the prime time of your life, there's this one part in the song, towards the end of the song, that definitely gets on your nerves a bit. Like, I can't handle too much dubstep like that. Or electronic music like that. But it didn't do bad, it just was average. I think Prime Time of Your Life was probably the weakest song on the Human After All album. Robot Rock, which was an alright song. There's only like 10 songs on this album, so it's like a 45-minute record. So you're not in for a long listen. But there's some good qualities about this album, and then there's some solid qualities about the album. I think Emotion's gotta be my favorite song, and Technologic, the last two songs were great. So was On and Off, which that was only like 20 seconds of a song. Well, it's not technically a song if it's only 20 seconds. It's like a little skit. So, the Brainwasher was a little weird, and it did have some annoying electronic sounds in it that kind of bugged me a bit, but not to the extent where it's that terrible. Make Love was a pretty solid song, and Steam Machine was just creepy as hell. But yeah, Steam Machine, it just had the whispering guy or voice or whatever saying Steam Machine, something like that, which I know that sounds really creepy the way I sung it a bit, but that's how it sounded while you're listening to that whole album. But the electronic music in it's not bad. It's just that was the only downside to the song, the creepy singing voice and the guy singing or whatever. So that kind of freaked me out a bit. Like, I don't know if I like this. But Brainwasher wasn't bad. It just wasn't my particular favorite song. And I know I've already went through most of the songs. The one song I didn't mention was Television Rules the Nation. Pretty good. Not their best effort, but it's a pretty solid effort from them. Which there's like an auto-tune voice. I think it's one of the Daft Punk members singing the auto-tune voice, and he just sings Television Rules the Nation or whatever. And while the electronic beat is going and all that, it doesn't sound so bad. So I gave that a solid 4.5 out of 5, like a 4.5 out of 5. Technologic was one of my favorite songs. There was a weird auto-tune voice in the song, the buy it, use it, drink it, take it, or whatever. Sorry, I'm saying the wrong things. I don't know all the lyrics very well, so something upgraded or whatever. And then it goes Technologic or whatever, and it's I actually fell in love with this song. I don't know why. It just, the beats were good. The electronic beat was good. The way the autotune voice is singing, it actually works very well with the song. And I know it sounds creepy that uh, people would like this song, but it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable song. It's got a good, catchy beat to it. So Daft Punk didn't disappoint with that song. Overall, I think Daft Punk's Human After All album was a decent effort. It's not their best, it's one of their weakest. It's probably weaker than Homework. So it's probably the least favorite album for some Daft Punk fans. But if you liked it, that's fine. There's some redeemable qualities. I did enjoy Human After All. I enjoyed On and Off, On slash Off, Technologic, and Emotion. And everything else was solid effort. It just, Prime Time of Your Life was the weakest one, in my honest opinion. The very weakest one. It almost was bad. But there were some moments in the song that wasn't so bad of Prime Time of Your Life, but it's towards the end is where you're gonna get a headache. Where the electronic dubstep beat gets faster and faster, and it's just like, oh god. But first score, I think I'm gonna give Daft Punk Human After All, the third Marathon studio album I reviewed for you guys, a 7 out of 10. This was a decent effort. Not their best album, but I enjoyed some good aspects about it. And then there were some aspects about the album that stood out a bit. But keep in mind, this is all just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was listening to the record. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Daft Punk album, Human After All, if you've heard it. The 2005 album. And if you like this album review, this Marathon Studio album review I did for you guys almost this afternoon, or about the afternoon time, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for the next Daft Punk Marathon album review. It's actually going to be for a soundtrack that I'm going to do for the Tron Legacy soundtrack. Yeah, Tron Legacy original motion picture soundtrack that I'm reviewing tomorrow. And then it'll be Random Access Memories for the last one, which will be on Wednesday. So definitely tune in for all that. I'm gonna try to get a movie review done today, if I can. I don't know which one I'll be reviewing, but it might be Cherry. But I'll let you guys know what movie I decide to review. And there's actually a Greta Van Fleet song I do want to check out called Broken Bells. So I may have a review coming out for that later. I don't know how later, but it'll happen soon. Probably sometime in the afternoon, I think. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Marathon Studio album review for Daft Punk, Human After All. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Definitely stay safe. Take care. Hope you're having a great weekend as always. And as always, I'll see you in my next video.